They built roads that still exist today, poured concrete we still can't fully replicate, and ruled over an empire so vast it stretched across 3 continents. But the story of Rome is also full of things your history teacher never told you. Stranger, darker, and far more shocking than the Hollywood epics. We're talking about emperors who declared war on the ocean, an ancient postal system faster than you'd think possible, fast food joints on every corner, and public toilets where you might end up sharing more than just conversation. This is the Mind Metrics, and today we're uncovering 30 shocking facts about the Roman Empire that will make you see the ancient world in a whole new light. Fact 1. Rome once had over 1 million residents. By the 2nd century CE, the city of Rome was a sprawling, bustling metropolis unlike anything the world had seen. With over 1 million residents, citizens, freedmen, slaves, merchants, and foreigners, it was the beating heart of the empire. Crowded streets teemed with vendors selling everything from garum, fermented fish sauce, to exotic spices, while apartment buildings, insulae, loomed overhead. Managing this massive population required aqueducts that carried hundreds of millions of gallons of water daily, grain imports from Egypt to feed the masses, and an army of administrators to keep the city functioning. It would be over 1,500 years before another city, London in the 19th century, surpassed Rome's population. Fact 2. Roman concrete still outlasts modern concrete. Roman opus caementicium was a miracle of engineering. Unlike modern concrete, which can crack and crumble within decades, Roman concrete actually grows stronger with age. Its secret was volcanic ash mixed with lime and seawater, which caused a rare chemical reaction forming minerals that sealed cracks over time. This is why harbors built 2,000 years ago still stand against crashing waves. While many modern piers crumble within a century, modern scientists are actively studying Roman concrete to replicate its longevity. Fact 3. Emperors wore purple for a reason. Tyrian purple dye made from the murex sea snail was so rare and costly that it was worth more than gold by weight. It took around 10,000 snails to make just 1 gram of dye, and the process produced a stench so foul that dyeing workshops were often located outside city walls. Only the emperor and his closest family could wear an entirely purple toga, toga picta. For anyone else, it was a capital offense. Purple was a color you could literally die for. Fact 4. They invented an early shopping mall. Trajan's Market, completed around 110 CE, was an architectural wonder carved into a hillside near the Roman Forum. Spread across multiple levels connected by staircases and corridors, it housed more than 150 shops selling goods from across the empire. Olive oil from Spain, perfumes from Arabia, silk from China. It even had administrative offices, making it both a commercial and governmental hub. Think of it as the ancient world's blend of shopping mall and business complex. Fact 5. Public baths were a daily ritual. The thermae were more than just places to bathe. They were the social glue of Roman urban life. For a small fee, people could access massive complexes with heated pools, cold plunge baths, steam rooms, libraries, gardens, and even gyms. Bathhouses could accommodate thousands at once and were frequented by everyone from senators to slaves. They were also surprisingly hygienic for their time, as the constant flow of water kept facilities cleaner than many private homes. Fact 6. Roman roads covered over 250,000 miles. The Romans built a road network so extensive that it could encircle the Earth 10 times. These roads were marvels of precision engineering. Multiple layers of stone and gravel provided drainage and durability, and milestones marked distances for travelers. They allowed armies to march 20 to 30 miles a day, merchants to transport goods quickly, and information to travel at unprecedented speed. Many still form the backbone of Europe's road system today. Fact 7. Gladiators rarely fought to the death. While the arena could be brutal, gladiators were valuable investments. Owners, called lanistae, spent years training them in specialized schools, ludi. Each fighter had unique styles and weapons, from heavily armored myrmidons to nimble retiari armed with nets and tridents. Deaths did occur, especially in special spectacles, but the majority of matches ended with both combatants alive, their reputations enhanced by skill and bravery rather than body count. Fact 8. Rome had fast food stalls everywhere. Most lower-class Romans lived in small apartments without kitchens, so they relied on thermopolia, street-side eateries serving ready-to-eat meals. These shops had counters with built-in jars to hold soups, stews, and wine, kept warm over coals. The walls often featured painted menus showing popular dishes from lentil stew to spiced sausage. Archaeologists in Pompeii have found them so well preserved that traces of the last meals remain in the containers. Fact 9. They used urine for cleaning clothes. Roman laundries, called pholonicae, used human and animal urine to wash clothing. Ammonia in the urine broke down dirt and grease, making whites whiter. Public urinals collected the urine, which was taxed by Emperor Vespasian, a tax so famous that the saying pecunia non olet, money does not stink, comes from it. Workers would stomp on clothes in large vats of urine, then rinse and dry them in the sun. Fact 10. Roman soldiers were paid in salt. The word salary comes from salarium, which was originally an allowance for soldiers to buy salt. Salt was essential for preserving food, curing meat, and maintaining health in hot climates. In some remote garrisons, salt was so scarce that it was used as direct payment. A soldier worth his salt meant he had earned his wages, a phrase still used today. Fact 11. The Colosseum could be flooded for naval battles. Before its arena floor was permanently installed, the Colosseum could be flooded to stage mock naval battles, or naumachia. Real ships were floated in the arena, and crews fought staged sea battles for the entertainment of tens of thousands of spectators. While these spectacles were logistically complex, they demonstrated Roman engineering prowess and the empire's ability to impress or intimidate on a grand scale. Fact 12. Some emperors were absolutely unhinged. While emperors like Augustus and Trajan were disciplined and effective, others bordered on the absurd. Caligula once declared war on the sea, ordering his soldiers to collect seashells as spoils. Nero bankrupted the treasury on lavish games and supposedly played the lyre while Rome burned. Commodus fought in the arena against injured animals, portraying himself as Hercules reborn. These rulers' eccentricities often undermine the stability of the empire. Fact 13. Roman toilets were communal. Public latrines were long stone benches with holes, often seating dozens of people shoulder to shoulder. Beneath them, running water carried waste away. Instead of toilet paper, Romans used a tersorium, a sponge on a stick, shared among users and rinsed in a water channel. Visiting the latrine was as much a social activity as a necessity, with conversation flowing as freely as the water below. Fact 14. They had apartment buildings. Most Romans lived in insulae, multi-story apartment blocks up to 6 or 7 floors tall, built quickly and cheaply from wood and brick. They were prone to fire and collapse. The wealthiest residents lived on the lower floors with more space and better access to water, while the poor crowded into the cramped, dark upper levels. Fires in insulae were so common that Augustus implemented building codes to reduce the risk. Fact 15. Roman medicine mixed science and superstition. Roman doctors could set bones, perform cataract surgeries, and use surgical tools similar to the modern scalpels and forceps. However, medical practice was still deeply entwined with superstition. Amulets, astrology, and bizarre remedies like eating crushed mouse for stomach pain were common. Galen, one of Rome's most famous physicians, advanced anatomical knowledge but also spread ideas that would dominate medicine for over 1,000 years, for better and worse. Fact 16. The empire spanned 3 continents. At its greatest extent under Emperor Trajan in 117 CE, the Roman Empire covered about 5 million square kilometers across Europe, Africa, and Asia. Its territory stretched from the windswept moors of northern Britain to the sun-baked deserts of Egypt, and from the Atlantic coast of Portugal to the fertile plains of Mesopotamia in modern-day Iraq. This enormous reach created a melting pot of cultures. Romans could dine on oysters from Britain, spices from India, dates from North Africa, and silks from China without ever leaving the capital. Managing such a vast territory required advanced administration, a vast road network, and a multilingual, multicultural bureaucracy unlike anything the world had seen. Fact 17. They loved exotic pets. Wealthy Romans, especially the elite, flaunted their status by keeping exotic animals. Peacocks strutted in villa gardens, monkeys performed tricks for dinner guests, and even cheetahs or leopards could be found lounging in private menageries. These creatures often arrived as part of tribute from conquered provinces, proof of Rome's global reach. Some emperors went further. Augustus kept a tame raven that could mimic speech, and Emperor Elagabalus famously attempted to serve hundreds of live snakes at a banquet just to shock his guests. Fact 18. Roman law still influences us today. Roman law wasn't just a local system, it was a blueprint for future civilizations. Concepts like innocent until proven guilty, legal contracts, property rights, and written codes were refined in Rome and spread through its provinces. Even after the empire's fall, the Corpus Juris Civilis, the Justinian Code compiled in the 6th century, formed the foundation for modern civil law systems in Europe, Latin America, and beyond. It's no exaggeration to say that if you've ever signed a contract, you've experienced the legacy of Roman law firsthand. Fact 19. They had vending machines. The Roman engineer Hero of Alexandria invented one of history's first vending machines. For a coin, you could get a measured amount of holy water in temples. The mechanism was ingenious. The coin's weight pushed down a lever, opening a valve. Once the coin slid off, the valve closed. This wasn't just a clever trick. It prevented worshippers from taking more than their share, proving Romans loved blending engineering with practicality and profit. Fact 20. Roman graffiti was everywhere. If you think graffiti is a modern phenomenon, think again. In Pompeii and Herculaneum, archaeologists have uncovered walls scrawled with political slogans, poetry, jokes, insults, and love declarations. Some were surprisingly crude, like Secundus screwed here, while others were romantic or witty. This graffiti shows us a raw, unfiltered look at everyday Roman life. Voices from people who would otherwise be lost to history. Fact 21. They had firefighters and police. Rome's vigils were a combined firefighting and night watch service established by Emperor Augustus in 6 CE. With thousands of men divided into cohorts, they patrolled the city at night, carried buckets, hooks, and pumps to combat fires, and arrested thieves or troublemakers. Fires were a constant threat in a city packed with wooden apartment blocks, so the vigils were both respected and feared. They could save your home or haul you to court. Fact 22. Concrete revolutionized architecture. Roman concrete allowed architects to break free from the limitations of stone. They could build massive arches, vaulted ceilings, and domes that spanned unprecedented spaces. The Pantheon's dome, completed around 125 CE, still holds the record as the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. The formula's durability came from volcanic ash, which not only made it strong, but allowed it to grow stronger over time as minerals formed within its structure. Fact 23. Roman aqueducts could travel for miles. Aqueducts were engineering wonders that used gravity alone to carry water from distant springs into cities, often traveling over 50 miles. The Aqua Marcia, for example, stretched 91 kilometers, 57 miles, to bring fresh water to Rome. These aqueducts supplied baths, fountains, homes, and even private gardens. The precision of their construction was staggering. Drops were measured in millimeters per 100 meters to ensure steady flow without flooding. Fact 24. Bread and circuses kept the masses happy. The Roman poet Juvenal coined the phrase panem et circenses, bread and circuses, to describe how emperors kept the urban population content and distracted from politics. Free grain distributions fed the poor, while spectacular entertainment in the Colosseum and Circus Maximus offered thrills, drama, and a sense of community pride. For many Romans, this was their only connection to the grandeur of the empire. Fact 25. Roman hairstyles changed with politics. In Rome, hair wasn't just fashion, it was propaganda. During Emperor Augustus's reign, men favored short, neatly combed styles as a reflection of his conservative values. Under Emperor Nero, long hair and elaborate curls became trendy, signaling a more indulgent and flamboyant court. Women's hairstyles could be equally political. During the Flavian dynasty, towering, intricate curls became a symbol of status and loyalty to the imperial family. Fact 26. They invented central heating. The Roman hypocauste system was an early form of central heating that kept bathhouses and villas warm during winter. A furnace heated air, which circulated under raised floors and through hollow walls. Wealthy homeowners could walk barefoot on warm floors while snow fell outside, a level of comfort that wouldn't be seen again in Europe until the 19th century. Fact 27. Roman religion was highly inclusive. Unlike many ancient cultures, Rome welcomed foreign gods, especially from conquered lands. This wasn't purely tolerance, it was strategy. By integrating local deities into the Roman pantheon, they made conquered peoples feel included in the empire. This is why you could find Egyptian temples to Isis in Rome or Syrian temples to Mithras in Britain. Fact 28. They had a postal system. The Cursus Publicus was a state-run courier network established by Augustus. Using a relay system of horses and fresh riders stationed along major roads, official messages could travel up to 50 miles a day, astonishing speed for the ancient world. While mostly used for government business, it was the communications backbone of the empire. Fact 29. The empire had ice imports. Even in the Mediterranean heat, Rome's elite could enjoy chilled drinks. Ice was harvested from mountain peaks, packed in straw, and transported to the city, where it was stored in insulated pits called nevaria. This luxury was reserved for the wealthy who used it to cool wine or make chilled desserts, impressing guests at lavish banquets. Fact 30. The Western Empire didn't fall overnight. The fall of Rome in 476 CE wasn't a single cataclysmic event. It was a slow unraveling. Economic decline, over-reliance on mercenary troops, political corruption, and repeated invasions weakened the empire over centuries. Even after the last Western emperor was deposed, the Eastern Roman Empire, known as Byzantium, continued for another 1,000 years, preserving Roman laws, architecture, and culture well into the Middle Ages. The Roman Empire may have fallen more than 1,500 years ago, but its fingerprints are still all over our modern world, from the roads beneath our feet to the laws that govern us. Behind the statues and ruins was a civilization of breathtaking ingenuity and some truly bizarre habits. And the more we uncover, the more we realize that Rome wasn't just history, it was a blueprint for the world we live in today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next journey into the world's most fascinating civilizations. And if you're ready for more, check out our video on 30 hidden secrets of ancient Egypt, because the past still has plenty of secrets left to tell.